why are banks against stablecoin yields? The two options that the banks had when they originally proposed the Genius Act. This is how it was stated to me by somebody that was dealing with all that. They gave the banks an ultimatum. They said, look, you guys either have to pass the yield on these stable coins to your patrons, the people that are using them in your ecosystem. And if you do that, then we won't allow the fintechs to issue stable coins. Or you can keep the yield for yourself. But we're going to have Google and Facebook and Meta and all these other fintechs become neobanks, and they're going to be able to issue their own stablecoin too, and they'll get to keep the yield too. And the banks, being greedy and wanting to keep the yield, chose to keep the yield and allow for these other counterparties to all issue stablecoins. And now they've come back to the table and they're like, well, never mind. We might want to pass the yield on if they're out of the picture type thing. But it's too late. The bill's already been passed as the way it was. And so I think there's just a lot of back and forth to buy time here to make it look as though there's not a way for them to move forward on stable coins.